YNN reporters met up at Loyola High School to talk about the black history this school is making behind the doors. We spoke with the school's Dean of Students, Mr. Wyatt Jones, and two students who are making history, who just so happen to be his sons.
So, my father was the first Dean of Students here when the school first opened in 1993. So, consequently, I just came because my father was working here. And so then I graduated from here, and that's kind of how I ended up back. There was a job offering, and I was working as the admissions director for a few years. And the Dean of Students position came open, and I applied for it, and I've been doing this for about 6 years now.
With your grandfather being a Dean of Student and now your dad is the Dean of Students, how does that make you feel coming to school and your dad is, everyone is afraid of your dad and everything?
Well, at first I used to didn't like, because every time the teachers would, even if you do one small little thing, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to sing to your dad" and thing. But now it's all right, because you learn to not do as much things you did, to not get in trouble and things.
I think one of the biggest changes is the students themselves have evolved in terms of academics and their preparation. A lot of our guys now have a little bit more of a family structure in terms of coming from home, so that helps. Back then, a lot of guys were coming from single-parent homes. It was a new school. They kind of classified us as being at-risk students, and so it was a little bit different in terms of the dynamics of the kids. Now we have, a lot of two-parent homes, and some guys who I think could make it at other places just tend to come here because of the safe environment and a smaller class size.
Tell us about the award that your son received from Governor Snyder.
Okay, so he won the 2013 Youth Volunteer of the Year for his many hours of service. So here, he's a part of the debate team. He also, with Miss Gross, who's a fascinating lady, has helped him get service hours. They do everything from community service with the poor to knitting blankets to potting flowers, and so he is quite an active young man when it comes to getting his service hours. And so we went up there to Lansing, and he was a finalist with 4 other youth, and he actually won, so we're definitely proud of him and his accomplishment.
The award I received from Governor Snyder was a Youth Service of the Year. I went around the world, well, not around the world, but around the United States. I've been in Tennessee to help people out that were needed help, that didn't have as much as us. I went to South Dakota to help the Lakota people, build houses, stuff like that. I sold pillows, did fundraisers, I did all types of stuff.
So what made you want to volunteer this much? What prompted the service?
My dad, my teachers encouraged me to do stuff. They pushed me to my limits. Just don't do stuff to satisfy yourself. Do stuff to satisfy others.
Wow. So how is the school truly making black history?
I think black history for me, of course, it's being February. A lot of people can go through black history during this month, but black history is 365 days, and I think where we see black history being important, especially here at Loyola, is simply because for some of our guys, they'll be first generational kids to graduate from high school, and definitely first generation guys going to college. And so to me, that epitomizes what black history is, the opportunity to better yourself by having, giving yourself an opportunity to do something. And so going to college for them is definitely a obtainable goal, and that's black history in itself.
Okay, what are your future goals?
Well, other than becoming a basketball player, because I think everyone wants to be an NFL and NBA star, I want to be a lawyer, criminal justice.
I plan on going to college. I don't know what I'm going to major in or which college I'm going to go to yet.
Is it Harvard?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's one of my colleges. I've been to different colleges, so I don't know which one yet. I'm only a junior, so.
YNN reporters spoke to Father Mark Lucky, the school's president. Tell us about your first year as president of Loyola High School. I hear you have so many great success stories. Tell us about a few.
The first year was very exciting for me because I had the opportunity to work with the outgoing president, Father David Mastrangelo, for a semester before I started. So I was able to get a sense of what really made Loyola special, participate in several activities, and just get to know people at the ground level, which was wonderful. And then as soon as I stepped in as president, the good things just kept happening for Loyola High School. As a matter of fact, my first football game, the very first play that our young man had the ball, he ran back 62 yards for a touchdown.
Wow.
So,
You're
I was like, this job's easy. So I was very excited about that. And then just to see how hard working our staff was, the teachers and other members of the staff, that was really refreshing, rewarding for me. And then to watch some of our young men participate in other activities like the debate team and other activities showed me how dedicated they were in the classroom and outside the classroom as well.
So what activities can Loyola offer some of the students that come through?
So the activities that we have are sports. I mean, it's an all-boys school, so that's very appealing to most of our students. So football, we've been to the state finals in the last 2 seasons. We also have a strong basketball program, and then we do run cross-country and track. So those are the big sports for us. We have 2 young men that are currently wrestling. They came to us from the AAU programs, and congratulations to them. They both won district titles this past weekend.
Wow.
So we're looking to grow a wrestling program. We also are interested in growing a baseball club, but because we're a small school, we don't have a lot of flexibility in how many kids we have and what we can do. So if there's interest, then we will motivate to try to help that interest find reality.
For YNN Logan Network, I'm Akil Lauvin, where we bring you the younger side of the news.